Chapter 20 Spacewalk. Topics covered: stars, the constellations, planets, satellites, man-made things in the sky, men in space, Indians in space. The scientific study of stars and planets is known as astronomy. An astronomer is a scientist who studies astronomy. Astronomers study the objects we can see in the sky. You must have noticed that many changes take place in the sky during the course of a day. The clouds change their shape and position in the sky. The sun changes its position in a fixed pattern every day. Every morning the sun rises in the east. It gives off heat and light. It keeps getting brighter during the course of the day till noon. At noon, midday, the sun is at its highest point in the sky. This is the hottest and brightest time of the day. By evening, the sun moves across the sky and begins to set in the west. The sky becomes less bright and the air becomes cooler. The sun is not seen in the night sky. The sky is dark and the air is cool. The moon and the stars become visible once the sun sets. Stars. Along with the moon, a large number of stars can be seen in the sky during the night. All these stars are very far away from the earth. That is why they look so small. The sun is the closest star to the earth. The stars are very big heavenly bodies. They remain fixed at one place. They have their own light. All the stars are not alike. Some of them are bigger than the others. The constellations. Looking at the sky very carefully during the night, you will find that some stars shine less whereas others shine brightly. Some stars appear single whereas some others can be seen in groups. You must have observed a group of 7 stars in a group which is called Saptarishi, the Great Bear. The Orion and the Scorpion are other famous constellations. If you look towards the north, you will see one star shining very brightly at the same place. This star is called Dhruv Tara, pole star. It helps to locate the north direction from any place at night. Planets. Planets are huge bodies in space that move around a star. Planets do not have their own light. They reflect the light of the star. Our Earth is a planet. Each planet moves around the sun in its own path called orbit. The 8 planets according to their distance from the sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Satellites. The smaller bodies in space that revolve around the planets are called satellites. The only natural satellite of Earth is the moon. The moon is cold and dry and is studded with craters. It has no atmosphere. A planet might have more than one satellite. The sun, the planets revolving around the sun and their satellites form a huge family called the solar system. Man-made things in the sky. Apart from the natural components of space, there are many elements and objects that have been made by human beings with the help of science and technology. We have sent spacecraft and artificial satellites into space to get valuable information on the stars and planets. These satellites and spacecraft have special cameras and other equipments to get information from space. Sputnik 1 was the first satellite sent into space by the former USSR in 1957. It gave scientists greater freedom to study bodies in the outer space. In 1966, the Soviet craft Lunar 9 became the first spacecraft to land on the moon. This important mission provided photographs of the lunar soil. From 1966 to 1968, the United States and the Soviet Union continued sending unmanned crafts to orbit or land on the moon. These missions paved the way for the historic landing of Apollo 2 on the moon. Men in space. Major Yuri Gagarin, a Russian, was the first man to go into space. Valentina Tereshkova was the first woman to go into space. On 20th July 1969, Neil Armstrong landed on the moon in a spacecraft called Apollo 11. He was the first man to step on the moon. As he set his feet on the moon, he said, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." Indians in space. Squadron leader Rakesh Sharma became the first Indian to go on a space expedition in 1984. He began his mission on 2nd April 1984 as a part of joint space program between Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO) and Soviet Interkosmos space program. He spent 8 days in space along with other crew members. He was awarded Ashok Chakra, the highest gallantry award for peacetime. When in space, Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister, asked him how India appeared from the space. He replied, "Sari jahan se अच्छा Hindustan hamara." Kalpana Chawla was the first India-born woman to go into space on 19th November 1997. She went on the Columbia Space Shuttle to study how better engines could be designed for aeronautical purposes from silicon chips. In her second mission in January 2003, she was tied with 6 other astronauts due to breaking up of the space shuttle while it was re-entering in the orbit and was about to land on the Earth. Sunita Williams is another astronaut of Indian origin who has gone into space. She made a journey into space in the Space Shuttle Discovery.
A. Tick the correct option.